Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Kimbo here, and it's time for an epic little discussion video. It's probably going to be a mini discussion video. Probably won't be too long, but it is about the latest news, that being we are getting a random booster with December. I'm like, there's no way the TT could really skip over, because December, even with them having reduced releases, throughout Dynamite Battle, I'm like, it's a little off. Like, just having Ultimate Valkyrie by itself with December. December is known as being one of the biggest months that TT drops stuff with every single season. Like, we see a lot with December always. And I'm just like, it feels empty. Like, I really feel like we're going to get a random booster. And sure enough, it's been confirmed we are getting a random booster. Random booster volume 27 is coming, man. It's crazy to think. Like, think about that, you guys. 30 almost random boosters with Burst alone. Like, I feel like the last one for Burst might be random booster volume 30. And they'll stop it at 30, like, at least with the random boosters. It makes full sense, like 28, 29, 30, like three more. Like, what? We get one maybe like, we're getting one now. Maybe one in like February, March, and then probably one in the summer, and then one next winter, which would make sense, if they have like three more random boosters, and then that's it. But I hope they put a good amount in those random boosters. So, uh, yeah, dude. But anyways, the lineup for this one, it's interesting because there's no like big time prize bay, I don't think. Yeah, it's just like how they kind of did with the first Uranus random booster. It was like the prize bay, but also like was just a recolor of first Uranus, But we're getting something similar with this random booster. But anyways, getting into it. Sadly, it does not have Magma Ifrit in it. Was holding out hopes of maybe TT will drop a random booster, and it'll have Ifrit in it, because I'm still sad that we got Ilya on the show, but never got a TT quality Ifrit. I know Hasbro made it. Hasbro switching up the gimmicks and such a bit, like, the actual, like, discs, like the layered discs, um, for Dynamite Battle. Well, quad drive, they're plastic, and definitely just want to see like a crazy TT quality of Ifrit. I'm glad Hasbro's doing it. We're just seeing like the full quality with TT, like having all the metal and such in the layer itself, the full gimmick, and then the driver and everything. So sad we're not seeing that. But yeah, the only chance is if they like release it as a single in like January. They just drop it in like January or February, but it's not looking likely. It looks like it's gonna be a Hasbro exclusive, but just want to see a TTE for it. But I guess it is what it is. But yeah, man. So, anyways, just getting into it. Random booster 27. Still, the lineup's looking pretty nice. Well, there's silhouettes, so we don't know all of them. But the silhouettes, you can kind of make out what all of the bays are. So, with this, we're definitely getting another Dynamite, which I'm kind of about that a bit, just because we have seen Dynamite with random booster before, and it's like another Dynamite. Like, there's so many different layers that could have been put in. Like, even a recolor for like Prominence would have been sick. Like a recolor for Prominence or anything else you could have put in with that spot. The big thing for me is like it's Dynamite again, but they didn't take this opportunity to like put in the F gear. From the silhouette, it doesn't look like it has the F gear or anything. It would have been the perfect moment. Like, okay, Dynamite, but put the F gear with it. So that has me like a little down, but still getting another Dynamite. It looks like Devil's in this, so the Devil Blade. The Devil Blade is very difficult to get, honestly. It's not that different from the Dynamite Blade. Well, it's like Dynamite except upgraded, having those contact points stick out a little bit more. And always been interested in like maybe, oh hey, make a combo with the Devil Blade, but like just the blade by itself is so expensive. So it's honestly a good choice that they put it in the random booster. At first I was like, did they put two Dynamites in this? But nah, man, they're a bit different. So Dynamite, and definitely the other one is the Devil Blade. So it's cool seeing that they're putting the Devil Blade in this random booster. So it's a way to get it, a place to get it. So that's really, really sick. Yeah. Third Bay, from what I can make out, I'm pretty sure it's Astral, which I'm really hyped about that, because that means like they could have a Spriggan chip in with this booster as well. They got Astral, they could have a Spriggan chip in here too, which would be really, really cool. Like a recolor for Astral, recolor for Spriggan, but yeah. Uh yeah, man. Let's see. What else is there? It looks like a Dragoon V2 is also in it. Yeah, and also just saying there's 7 bays with this booster. So they're going from the theme of like 6. They added one more with this one, so it's 7. Hopefully that means like with the last season they go back to 8. I'm hoping with like the last season that they put out for burst, like season 7, they end on an absolute bang. Like, you know how we got like a crazy amount of releases for like say God Evolution, and well for God, and then for Cho Z we got a good amount too. GT we also got a lot. Super King's lineup was a bit smaller than the previous seasons, but still a good amount. And Dynamite Battle is definitely I think the smallest so far. But yeah, no, you know, but just seeing like a crazy amount of releases for it because it was the last season. It's the last chance to really get out like whatever system it is. You know, yeah, and so many epic recolors they could put in. But yeah, anyways, like I said, Dynamite, Devil, Astral, Dragoon V2, um, Guilty. Looks like there's a Guilty recolor in this as well, and definitely hype about that. Um, just being able to get a recolor for Guilty. Imagine, do you think TT will do like Guilty Bahamut? Maybe. Well, I feel like they're gonna have a Bahamut chip in this. But yeah, so we got Guilty, and then for number 6 we've got it looks like Galaxy. Now we can't immediately say Galaxy Pegasus because with you got to remember it's an MFB remake. I'm kind of sad that we're not getting like a 4D remake with this. Hopefully we do get a 4D remake set. Like definitely hoping for that, man. No doubt, got to see a 4D remake set. But we're getting a recolor for Galaxy with this. But with these remakes, they're interchangeable. So like Ray Unicorno, Galaxy Pegasus, they're interchangeable, like parts wise. So, yeah, they actually have the energy ring and the, you know, like the energy ring and the fusion wheel separate and such. Same thing with Hal Kerbex. So yeah, it could be Galaxy Striker, Galaxy Kerbex, you know. But yeah, maybe they'll stick with Pegasus. Who knows? But if they interchange it, that'll be really sick. Like they do like Galaxy Striker, like Galaxy Unicorn, or Galaxy Kerbex. That would be really cool, man. But yeah, so recolor for Galaxy, pretty cool seeing that MFB remake recolor. And the last one being Vanish. So it's Vanish shaped for sure. It looks like it's Vanish. The chip we don't know. You know, like I said, it's just the outside part for all of them. Those it's looking like those are the bays in the lineup for sure. Now thinking for the chips, well, I mean Astral could be right or left, so that's a big like diverse area with that one. I don't know if they're gonna make like a right rotation combo for Astral or a left rotation, or if they're gonna have it where it has Spriggan, where it can go both rotations. You know, maybe they just stick with Astral Spriggan. Who knows? Um, but yeah, dude, I feel like they're gonna separate them just because like people probably want to get like how they did with World Spriggan, like the Gold World and then the Gold Spriggan chip, like separate them. Probably have Astral, then they'll have the Spriggan chip on another bay. Um, yeah, you know, I can imagine TT doing something like that. That way, you want to get more boosters and then like make the combo. But yeah, definitely hoping like at least for center core chips for this, like recolored ones, they'll be cool to see. Well, definitely. I mean, we at least got Vanish, Guilty, and Astral for the left rotation ones. So definitely, I imagine the Longinus chip. I just think it's gonna be Longinus. Well, long at least Longinus and Fafnir. I think you know Longinus, Fafnir would both make sense. Um, and then I'm hoping Bahamut. Bahamut would be a good choice for this as well. And then Spriggan. Those are the only options they really have for left rotation ones, anyways. But yeah, will they use all 4 of them? Who knows? Spriggan being like dual rotation, you know what I mean? But yeah, hopefully we'll just see some chips that we haven't seen like any big time recolors for. Yeah, like, do you think they'll put in a Valkyrie? Like a Valkyrie one? They're gonna probably throw Valkyrie one in there somewhere on something. Wouldn't be too surprised. But yeah. Now, going for like discs and stuff with this, well, definitely it'll be cool if they put Over in it. That'll be amazing. You know, Over wouldn't be upset if they put Giga in here. Probably a Karma. You know, like quite a few DB discs. Hopefully, they just stick with the DB discs for this one, besides the remakes, you know. But imagine, like, even with the remakes, like, they might still just throw a DB disc on them. But, yeah. Anyways, because, yeah, they did that with Hell Curbacks. Like, I had Giga and Wave, right? Yeah. So maybe they could just put, like, a DB disc on them. Who the heck knows? We'll just see what TT does with this random booster. But, yeah. So, definitely just getting into the last part, that being the drivers. So for this, I can imagine TT throwing in like a couple new metal drivers, maybe some high drivers. Like one cool one would be like I don't know. Well, what are some that we haven't seen that much of? Well, I'm hoping they're not going with like the metal. They're gonna probably go and put a metal driver in there or something. But what's a new metal driver that would be cool to see? I mean, thinking about it, like something like metal yielding, that would be kind of cool. Or like, yeah, I mean, metal yielding, that would be kind of cool. Um, Trying to think of some other ones. I mean, like we haven't seen Planet in a long time, so like Planet measures like High Planet Dash because we feel like it because we're TT. But yeah, High Planet Dash Metal Planet, that'll be kind of cool because the centrifugal, the centrifugal, yeah, centrifugal force. That's the way he said. I don't know why I pronounce it centrifugal, but you know, centrifugal force. If I could talk, it's really late too. Centrifugal force. Uh, with just Planet in general, how it is as a driver, but also having the metal with it, that'll be a pretty interesting combo, no doubt. Um, yeah, especially with the Dynamite battle bays, because they're definitely a lot more balanced than some of the old gen bays, like the old season bays that we've seen. Yeah, Dynamite battle overall as a system is very, very, very balanced out. So yeah, some of these drivers could work with these bays very well. But yeah, I mean, I'd still love to see like Iron Dash, Sword Dash, Impact Dash, like those three for sure. Like as dash drivers, more attacking dash drivers, definitely. Um, yeah, man. Like, it's just like just thinking about like how many uh things they've got to work with. Like, you know, how many new drivers they can bring in, like new metal drivers, new high drivers, new dash drivers, even the other new metal drivers, which like the biggest examples being like atomic metal. That would be amazing to see. Like if they actually made an atomic metal. Like imagine if the Vanish combo had like atomic metal or something. I would be so freaking happy. I'd be like, yo, okay, this is definitely worth it. This feels like the prize because atomic metal on it, like yeah, that being like not metal atomic where like the cap is metal, like the ball on the inside of atomic, that being metal. That would be amazing, man. Or imagine TT just like screw it, metal, atomic metal, double metal. Make it heavy. Yeah, and especially with Vanish, that would be a pretty sick combo, man. It'll make it really defensive, and honestly, probably have some pretty good stamina in LAD because the ball in the center being metal, that would definitely up its stamina. But yeah, man, just some other like high drivers too, like high. I mean, would you think they do something? Well, I know in the campaign they put out high massive. So I wouldn't be surprised. Like imagine TT's just like we're gonna put in high massive with this, but yeah, we can't really fully predict all the parts that could come with it because it's TT, and they could just be like, oh, we're gonna put out some of these parts we've had before, or maybe not. You know, we'll just see. But yeah, speaking of metal drivers, like bottom part being metal, destroy metal, not metal destroy, destroy metal. Like that round part that spins on the outside of destroy. Imagine if that was metal, dude. Extra weight up in a stamina and LAD. That would be really, really sick to see. Yeah, I mean they've done like they did high extend plus dash, so it's a high driver and a dash driver. So imagine they just do like destroy metal dash. That would be kind of cool. But yeah, um, First of all, imagine they just throw in an All Might because they feel like it. Just like, oh yeah, we're gonna put All Might in this booster because you know it came on Dangerous originally, but yeah, All Might. Will they? Probably not. It's really really soon for it, but yeah, like I said, we just gotta wait and see what TT does with the actual random booster. I'm just hoping for like new drivers that we have not seen a ton of, discs uh, on the bays that we have not seen a ton of. It has me a little nervous because there's a Dynamite in it. You know, we've seen Dynamite put out before, but yeah, you know, I'm just hoping for discs that we haven't seen a ton of. Even like with Over and Giga being in it, even though we've seen them, well, we've seen Giga before putting a random booster. Wouldn't be upset if they put Giga in this on one of the bays because Giga's still a really nice disc. If they have Over in it, that'll be sick. Karma, same thing, would be really really sick. We've seen Tapered a few times, so yeah, maybe not like Tapered. Imagine like TT's just like, you know what, we're gonna just throw a legacy in here because we feel like it because it comes on Ultimate Valkyrie, and then they just drop a legacy in the booster. That'd be kind of cool. Probably not, but you know. Yeah, hopefully not next. If we see Nexus, I hope that we have the S gear with it, like a recolored S gear. That'll be really, really cool. Um, yeah, man. But I guess those are my big time thoughts on the random booster. Just hoping for new drivers for sure. overall, just roster wise, just seeing like the silhouettes, like a recolor for Vanish, absolutely epic. Like nice to see that. We haven't had a recolor of Vanish before this point. Guilty, same thing. I mean, the Dragoon V2, it's like the remake that goes in there, but it's like would have loved to see like a 4D remake put in with this set. Had a perfect opportunity to with 7 bays, but Dragoon V2, that's one that's kind of one to me, but still pretty cool. Um, Getting the Devil Blade in this, that's very, very nice. Dynamite in this again, and recolor for Galaxy, definitely hype about that, especially if they make it where it's like Galaxy Kerbex or Galaxy Unicorn or something like that. That'll be really, really cool. But yeah, man, overall, like already with this booster, I mean, the subdeck to change, depending on like the parts that come with it. But just seeing like the layers that they're putting in this, a lot of them not having like recolors with them or anything. I'm giving this booster, I'd say a solid like 7.5 at this point, no doubt. If it has good parts like metal drivers we haven't seen before, especially good metal drivers we haven't seen before that could actually switch up the game big time, yeah, I'll make it go up for sure. Like be up there like at 8.5 for sure. But already it's looking pretty nice. Like the Devil Blade in there, recolor of Guilty, recolor of Vanish. Um, yeah, like a recolor for Galaxy being pretty cool. A recolor for Astral, it's also really, really nice. And we couldn't get Astral besides the Astral Spriggan set, so that's very nice. Devil Blade being in this as well. So yeah, and I had to sneeze, but yeah. Anyways, man, yeah. Overall, I'd give it like a solid 7.5 right now. But not the best parts with it. Might make it go down to a 7. If it has really good parts with it, can make it go to like an 8 or an 8.5. But yeah, I mean, overall, looks like a pretty sick booster. Hopefully, it'll be a really, really solid booster when it does come out. And I'm just glad that we're getting a random booster. At least was right with the random booster part. Sad again that it doesn't have Ifrit in it because I think it was the perfect opportunity. But yeah, I just think it would be a waste if TT doesn't put out Ifrit. Like just trolling. Like, oh yeah, we finally put a female character in the show with her own Bay. Clearly has her own gimmick. Definitely her own blader. But we're not gonna make her Bay. We're gonna leave that to Hasbro. But I'm just like, wow, like, even for like one of the filler bays, because I mean they still got like January and February releases to go in, and unless they introduce a new character, like, yeah, another character besides Pain, what are they gonna do? I mean, it would be a perfect spot for like January or February. Put out Magma Ifrit in one of those months as like the big thing. Like even a booster for Magma Ifrit, drop it in January. That would be pretty cool. Or February, because in March they're gonna be done. Like yeah, they're gonna be in season 7 territory. They'll probably release like the first base of season 7 in March, and then go from there. So basically, we just got January and February left. And February usually is like a kind of filler. Who knows? Maybe they dropped a random booster before, with the end of Super King. Who knows? Maybe they'll drop another random booster in February. We'll just have to wait and see. But just I can't see them putting in any more characters at this point. I don't know if it would make any sense like to the show, bringing the character in that late. Like definitely the focus being on like Rashad being the big time evil. Still wondering how things are gonna go with Pain. Hopefully Pain's like a good guy. That would be really cool if Pain's like an anti-hero too, but he's more of a good anti-hero, like how Bell is, and he actually joins Bell's side. That would be really, really sick, man. Like a good Phoenix, and then he goes out to Rashad or something. That would be kind of sick seeing that build up. But yeah, man. But just still, there's January and February. February could be like a random release, like a WBBA exclusive version or something like that of a Bay, or they drop another random booster. But January definitely being probably the last release for actual Dynamite battle, like with the show. And I just think Magma Ifrit would be the perfect thing to have dropped, even though like it does have the point in there, like the Hasbro version. Like it would just be cool to see it as a booster. But will we see it? Probably not at this point. Like hopes way down. Probably not going to see a Magma Ifrit under TT, which is sad. But yeah, which is definitely a wasted opportunity because a lot of people would want that Bay. Like I just don't understand like TT's train of thought with this. I get like making it like a kind of Hasbro exclusive and such, but why not make your version with it too? Because the Hasbro version, like it looks cool, but also not having as much weight or such with it because the plastic part and the actual disc and the layer being plastic, so all that weight has gone down with it pretty much. Like I'm excited about like the Hasbro making Magma Efritor or Efritter. But definitely just wanted to see the TT quality with it. You know what I mean? To fully see the gimmick of like the Jaggy and the wave and such with it would have been really cool to see that. But yeah, man. I mean, at this point, chances are very, very slim for it. The only chance is if we get like a booster for it in January. If not, then TT's just like, nah, we're just leaving it to Hasbro. But yeah, man. Still, like, I think this season would be really solid if they just drop Efrit. That's the only thing that's really missing from the season is that if they drop Efrit. But yeah, man. Anyways, I'm gonna end it off with that. Still hyped for this random booster. Hopefully, it has some really, really cool recolors with it. And yeah, hoping for some pretty good combos. But anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts on the random booster in the comments below. Definitely hyped for it, and TT's gonna probably drop more info about it probably in the next couple of days. Yeah, because definitely in Koro, they're gonna show off the entire booster. Yeah. But anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to slice that like button down below. Let me know how I did. If you're new to my channel, definitely be sure to subscribe for some epic content because I upload daily. And if you haven't already, be sure to ring that bell by my channel name to be notified whenever I upload a video. And if, I mean, I guess any of the parts right, that would be really, really wild, dude. I'd love to see, like, just because they did Wizard Bahamut, like, if they made Vanish Bahamut. Just a few last things with this and I'll end it off. But Vanish Bahamut, because there was Wizard Bahamut, that'd be pretty cool. But who knows? I mean, any of them would be sick. Like Guilty Bahamut, we get the Bahamut chip in general. Like Guilty Bahamut, Wizard, Vanish Bahamut, Astral Bahamut. Any of them would be really cool. Well, I think it's the perfect time to put in like a Bahamut, at least one Bahamut chip, because it was the prize bay. I mean, it was the prize bay of the last random booster. So yeah, way to get the Bahamut chip. And then definitely a Longinus chip would be sick to see. Spriggan, same thing. Yeah. But regardless, big time hype. Yeah. But anyways, guys, till next time, it is your boy Kimbo signing off. See you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Until then, stay awesome and cool shoot. I'm up out of here.